Welcome to my channel. I'm Lorna Jackson, and this episode I'm presenting on my YouTube channel is around what does it mean to be spiritual. So this is episode 2. I have done one already where I've just briefly discussed it. Now, many people have different ideas about what being spiritual means, and some of them are, well, you have to read the right books. You have to know all the terminology like ascension, frequencies, ascended masters, guides. You have to act a certain way, dress a certain way, wear your hair a certain way, eat a certain way, vegetarian, wear dreadlocks, that sort of thing. There's a whole lifestyle, there's a culture that we call spiritual today. And a lot of people are making a lot of money promoting this lifestyle. And you're either a part of that culture or you're not. And there's this exclusivity about it. Now, this divide between who is spiritual and who isn't, and what is funny is that so many of the things that we think make us spiritual are actually the very opposite and are materialistic. Because the opposite of being spiritual is materialistic. And because you have to buy all these things, you have to set up an altar and decorate it with all these material objects. You have to buy the right clothes, the right jewelry, the crystals. You have to go to all the popular workshops, the yoga events, the festivals, and all these sorts of things. And all this is external. Even reading books is for the intellect, to fill the mind with concepts and beliefs, which are just thoughts and theories in essence. So if that's the way to be spiritual, then anyone with a little money can buy that lifestyle and can become a part of that culture. And with a lot of money, you could appear to be very spiritually advanced. And of course, you have also to learn how to walk the walk, to talk the talk. But that's easy because you just imitate. So all this outward display of spirituality is actually meaningless. It really says nothing at all about whether or not you are actually spiritual. So let's have another look at this. Let's look at what it's not. It's not who or what we are. Being spiritual is not this physical body. It's not even the thoughts that we have in our mind. It's not our beliefs, our concepts, our identifications. It's who we are at the very core of our being, beneath and beyond all of the trappings. It is the essence of who we are, and it is what's been called spirit or soul. Now, spiritual is not something you can become. Interesting, isn't it? Being spiritual is not something you can become because it's who you already are. It's who everyone already is. Everyone already is spiritual. So all this putting on a pretense, dressing a certain way, acting a certain way in order to become spiritual is a type of delusion to think that you can become what you already are. Not to say you can't speak that way or act that way or dress that way, because you can. You can do all those things if you want. But if you are doing them all for the wrong reasons, because somehow you think it's going to make you more spiritual, then you really are deluding yourself. And to call oneself spiritual, to use that term, that label, can be a matter of convenience. So if you know what it really means, not to suggest that you are somehow unique or different, that you are spiritual and someone else isn't, but to use it simply as a recognition that you are ultimately spirit. And in recognizing that, when you come to know that deep inside, then you also recognize that so is everyone else. We are spirit, we are a soul, having this human experience. So I hope I've helped you today to clarify a little bit about that. I'll be discussing this in more depth in the rest of this series. I appreciate you watching, and I would really appreciate it if you could like, share, and subscribe to my channel. If you look down below, there's a subscription button. Please click on the button. It's free, it doesn't cost anything, and it just helps me to grow my channel. I'm Lorna Jackson, and I really appreciate you taking the time to watch this video today. Thank you for that.